Welcome. Let's work on an application. A rectangular soccer field measures 100 meters wide by 130 meters long. In practice, a coach tells players to start at one corner of the field, run to the next corner, run diagonally across the field, then return to their starting point. If a player completes this instruction one time, how far do they run? Let's draw a picture to get organized. We know that we have a rectangular soccer field. Here's a rectangle, and it is 100 meters wide by 130 meters long. We have a player who starts at one corner, runs to the next corner, and then runs diagonally across the field. So we know the first distance of 130 meters. We know the final distance when they return to the starting point of 100 meters, but we don't know this diagonal measurement. In the rectangle, when we slice it along the diagonal, we end up with a right triangle, and that means we can use the Pythagorean theorem to help us find this missing distance. The missing distance is directly opposite the right angle in the triangle, and that means we're looking for the hypotenuse. We'll call that C. The Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. It doesn't matter which of a or b is labeled as 100 or 130, so I will just go in the order that I wrote them. 100 squared plus 130 squared equals c squared. 100 squared is 10,000. 10,000 plus 16,900 equals c squared. 10,000 plus 16,900 is 26,900, which is equal to c squared. We need to do one more step to get to a final answer. You can either take the 1/2 power of both sides of your equation, or you can take the square root. Taking the square root of both sides of the equation gives us the square root of 26,900 equals the square root of c squared. We'll only get one answer here because we're talking about distances. I need the square root of 26,900. And that, rounded to the nearest hundredth, is 164.01, and in this case it will be meters. And let's just pause and see if this makes good sense. We know that the hypotenuse has to be the longest edge of a right triangle. The right triangle we started with had edges of 100 meters and 130 meters. 164.01 meters is definitely longer. And then the most that hypotenuse could be is the sum of 100 plus 130. That's 230. So we're less than 230 meters. 230 is the cap. We can't quite reach it. And so we're in good shape for that answer. It might seem like we're done, but let's go check and see what they asked us to do one more time. We want the player to complete the run from one corner to the next corner and then across the diagonal, returning to the starting point. So we need to find the total of the edges of this triangle. And so to answer the question, the player runs, or total run, will be equal to 100 plus 130 plus 164.01. Let's see, that's 230 plus 164.01. This will give us a total of 394.01 meters. Oh, it looks like it's fallen a little bit off the page, so let me move it up a little bit. Our final answer, 394.01 meters.